All right, you guys, welcome to Unfiltered. It's me all by my lonesome today. It's me all by my lonesome today. On Mondays, Brianna and Dr. Fight, they are here with me, and it's called Something to Talk About. And everyone has their own segment that they discuss. Well, on Tuesdays, I'm here by myself, but I have a special guest, and today is no exception. Thank you on AO Radio. Hey, you guys, miss you guys when we're not on Tuesdays. But I hope you're here and you're listening. But so today we do have a special guest that's going to join us momentarily. Okay, I'm just waiting for her to come into the room, and then we will add her to the conversation. But her name is Amber May, and she's from Manchester, England. Amber has one of the most soulful, sultry voices that I've heard in a very, very long time. So when her music was first introduced to me, and I played it, I was like, wow. So within the first couple of seconds, the song will have you captivated. You will actually want to listen to the whole thing. Let me see if I have it. So let me see if I can play it for you all. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Now, Brianna is not here, so that means that I might have some hiccups today. But you guys will be right there with me and be patient with me. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome, terrific when I'm trying to do something on my own. So I'm just gonna wait for Amber to come in. But so while we're waiting for Amber May to join us, let's get into some other topics of conversation. Now, something that just came across my desk like about 20 minutes ago. If you guys watch any of the Food Network shows, because I love the Food Network shows, I love to see what kind of recipes they're making. I love seeing the competitions, all that stuff. Um, Chef Amberell passed away earlier today, and that was a shocker because I know when it came across my desk and I was like, no, this can't be what I think it's going to be, and it was. She was 55, a wife, mom, daughter, just a really hardworking hardworking, extraordinary chef. I mean, anytime you saw her in competition, or if you saw her teaching, because she was on, I guess, the worst cooks in America, she held that for a number of years, and to see her transform those horrible people, horrible that could not cook, they could not slice, dice, they could do nothing. And by the time she finished with them, they were making full, complete, 2-course meals, so 2 or 3 course meals. So to family, we extend our condolences. That was a shocker, but I kind of had a feeling that something was going on because the last two of worst chefs in America, she was not there, and so I kind of, and then you would see her on some on like a Bobby Flay show or whatever, and you would see her, but she wasn't there. So she wasn't there, and I was wondering. I said, "What happened to Chef Ann?" And so yeah, that's I think she was dealing with the illness, but that's private and it's none of our business. But I think that's what was going on. But she will be missed on the Food Network family. I am sure because she was a fixture for wow as long as Bobby Flay, if not longer than Bobby Flay, or they've been there about around the same amount of time. But rest in peace. And you made an impact, and what you did, you made some really fantastic dishes. I would watch and say, "Ooh, if that looks good, sounded good, could I imitate it?" Then I would try. So she will be sorely, sorely missed, and that was a shocker for this evening. Of course, you don't expect that, but and then also in our news today, coming across my desk was actor. If you guys remember the TV show Empire, and here she is right now. I'm going to get back to that once I introduce this amazing, talented Miss Amber May with this soulful voice. We have got to talk to her and see where this voice is coming from. Okay.
Sorry, I'm just trying to connect. I can't hear you.
Hi, Amber. Hi. How are you?
I can hear you now.
There
There
she
you go.
goes. She's still trying. I hear her. There you go. There. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are
Hello.
you? Can you hear hear
I
me
gotta
all
tell you,
right?
thank you first of all for staying up so late. Because in Manchester, I know it's after 11:30.
Of course. Yeah, it's 12:30 here actually.
I think a little bit. It's okay. So it says reconnecting. So somehow we lost the connection, but it's reconnecting. It's just because we're always because tonight. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? She's going to have to. She's going to have to come back in. Her connection. But anyway, we're here. So when she gets it worked out, we will chat with her. Um, one of her songs. I think I have to ask her about it. I have to ask her about it. But what this? I mean, all of her music is really awesome. It's really awesome. So I'm just waiting for her to come back in. But you guys, we'll talk to her and we'll learn more about her. We to see this young woman and then to hear the voice. It was a good surprise because sometimes so many people need to play their music and they want to come on and you're just like it's hard for me to it's hard for me to say to have a poker face when I'm listening to someone's music or and if I don't if I'm not particularly of a particular song or voice, it's hard for me to hide it because everybody always says I don't have a poker face. I've been told that my entire life that I do not have a poker face. I don't. Yeah, I don't. I know. So so if I tell you I like your music, trust me, take it at face value because I do. Otherwise, I would like not me. But I do. I love her voice. So I hope she gets things worked out on her end so we can have this conversation because I'm excited to talk to her and welcome her back again after the little technical hiccup that we had. And so while I'm waiting for her, there she is. So let me add her. Let's go this way. Let's see if we're gonna get her this time. It's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. Okay, let's see.
Hi.
Let me see.
Sorry, I don't know what happened there.
Tell me. Hello.
I can, yeah.
Hear me?
Can you hear me all right?
I see you. I just can't hear you. I don't know what's wrong. Yes.
Oh, let me see if it's my speakers. Is this any better?
I can hear you. I hear you. Yes, it is. Yes.
Amazing.
I hear you. And it goes in and out. So you're going in and out.
Yeah, I think yours is as well. It's going in and out. But can you still hear me now? Just checking.
I don't know why it keeps. It keeps the connection keeps losing. It keeps dropping and then it reconnects.
Yeah, yours keeps breaking up as well.
I'm breaking up too. I don't know why I'm breaking up. My producer is not here today. Back up when she's not here today. So, can you hear me?
I can hear you a little bit. You're a bit broken up, but yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So I'm gonna try this question.
Okay, so okay,
I'm going to try to ask you this question. I was amazing voice,
I was telling
that sultry voice from, because it's amazing.
Sorry, say that one more time. You broke up halfway. I'm so sorry.
Okay, let's see. My connection keeps. Let me see this. Is that any Amber? Hello.
Hi, sorry, I couldn't hear that again. You keep breaking up. I'm not sure if it's the signal on my side or yours.
Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's I I don't know. I don't think it's my side. There's something wrong with the connection.
I think
Normally
maybe
it's pretty
it
good.
might be. It says that my. Is your signal okay? It says there.
My signal seems to be okay.
Yeah, so does mine here. It's so weird. I'm so bad at technology. I don't really understand it.
See, I hear you now when you're speaking. I can hear you right now.
Yeah, I could hear you right now as well.
Okay. Okay. So can you go ahead and answer that first question I kind of put to you about your voice?
Sorry, you broke up again.
I have no idea what's happening.
I'm not sure.
I've been looking forward to this conversation all day, and now I can't get it. So I'm asking about your voice. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay, Amber. I'm going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna reschedule this because I really want to hear you. So will you be okay for next Monday? You be okay
Perfect.
for next
Next Monday.
Monday?
What time?
Around same
Same
time.
time.
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
I
Thank
am
you. I'm
so
so
sorry.
sorry about
I
that.
don't know what it is. Anyway, my producer will be here to help, so it'll be okay on Monday, I'm sure. Okay, I'll talk to you then. Have a great week. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Amazing.
Okay. Okay. I have no idea what was going on with this interview today, but anyway, Amber was in the room, but so she's gonna come back during our live show on Monday, and we're gonna chat with her then because I really want you guys to get to know her and to hear her music. Okay. So in the meantime, from Manchester, from Midwest to Manchester, that's who we are on something to talk about. And Elle Unfiltered. I had some really great questions, but I would just save those questions for her until Monday, same time. We will talk with her at that point. So let's get back into some other news. I was talking about before she came on Brashear Gray. So Brashear Gray, if you guys remember from the TV show Empire, Empire that was what in 2014, I think, 15. Can't remember when it came out. Either way, Bashir was played the youngest son of Cookie and Lucius Lyon. So ever since the show has ended, he's gotten into a lots of trouble. So his latest incident, if you want to call it that, is I think assault. He's gonna be charged with, or he may be charged with assault and battery. I don't know he assaulted, but I know he's had some drug charges. I know he's had some issues with I guess, attacking his girlfriend or the mother of his baby. I think, it's just amazing to me when I think back at the show Empire. Empire had a huge, well, it had a huge following because people would watch it every week. I think it premiered on Fox, and it premiered on Fox, and people would just we were all tuned into like, oh my God, it's Empire night, Cookie. Everybody loves Cookie, and so everybody would tune in and check it out. So, but I'm it's interesting to watch the men and how the careers of some of them just didn't. Well, you of course you're Terrence Howard. Of course, he already had a career before Empire. You had what's her name? Play Cookie. What's the girl name? Shit, I can't think of her name. Uh, I'll think of it later down here. But anyway, they had she played the mom. They had careers before Empire, but then the not so well known ones like Rashia Gray, he was just, I mean, he was a new rapper, he was new on the music scene, all those things. And so when you become famous so quickly, you just like out of nowhere, and then you have, I guess it's hard to adapt to some of that fame and notoriety, whatever. And because because they filmed Empire in Chicago, there were times that you would see them. They were at Michael Jordan's restaurants where they taped a lot of those. We saw them the acts perform. So that was really at Michael Jordan's Steakhouse on Michigan Avenue. For you guys who didn't know, and then they would go to the gym. They would go to a certain gym. They would all work out. So you would see them in the gym and doing other things around in Chicago. But when the show ended, and you know what, the show didn't have the best ending because they didn't have what's the other son thing? Man, I'm drawing a blank this evening because my interview had to be cut short. But they didn't have the best ending. But here's my question. I have a big question. So when you like Tyler Perry, um, what's his name? What's the other? Damn, I'm drawing a blank on every darn thing today. Daniel, what's his name? The other producer. I'll think of it while I'm talking about it. What I'm talking about. But when you think about, he did the Butler with Oprah Winfrey. I can't think of the man's name. I can't. What is the man's name who did the Butler? Who did he did the damn Butler? What is the man's name? I'm trying to look it up while I'm talking to you guys. But anyway, when you look at these people, uh, the only one that kind of had, I guess, a career boost from his shows was oh my God, I can't even this evening. I can't even this evening. I gotta look up some stuff because it's driving me crazy. I can't even remember shit this evening. Uh, okay, I'll get to that story in a minute too. Ooh, but I'm trying to. I want to make sure. I want to make sure that I make sure that I get that I get it right. I want to make sure I get it right. Get it right. Get it right. Lee Daniels. There you go. So Lee Daniels. Lee Daniels did the Butler. I think not the help, but he did the Butler. So he did the Butler. I was talking about Lee Daniels, and so to me, that whenever like when he does the production, I don't ever really see any I guess celebrities really come from it. Any I guess any career boost to really come from any of his series. But he was a part of Empire, and and that was really big for him. But then Monique, there we go. Then Monique, I guess it was a big old to do about that because him and Monique fell out because Monique was thinking that she should have had the role of Cookie and said that Lee had promised her the role, and then people were saying that they didn't want to work with Monique. But I'm just saying, when you think about like Lee Daniels, I don't ever really see any major career boost from the stuff that he does. And that's just my personal opinion. I'm not saying that he's a bad writer or anything like that. Just my personal opinion. Even like what he did Precious. Oh my God, Precious was a good movie, but it was pretty. I guess it was pretty raw. If I want to really go there, it was pretty raw, and it was Mariah Carey was in the movie, was in the film, and you couldn't hardly recognize her. if I'm not mistaken, I think Sherry Shepherd was in that movie, in that film as well. But now Monique, I think for Precious, Monique got a career boost. So let me backtrack a little bit. Monique got a career boost from Precious because she played this outrageous, disgraceful, disgusting parent. The way she treated her daughter, played by Gabrielle Sidibe, the way she treated her, and then it was awful to watch, but it still was a good film. So if I had to compare Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels' writing or production directing style, uh, which one would I choose? Hmm. Let me say this about Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry has put so many actors of color to work from his productions on BET. He has done tremendous with that. With that being said, sometimes I have real issues with Tyler Perry's writing. I sometimes have real issue with his writing, and so um, sometimes and it's a great thing that he hires so many unknown actors and give them a chance to get in front of the camera and do their thing. I think he's a I think he's a I guess he's a generous person. I've always heard of him giving and doing things to for for the community. So I would say so. He's got this huge film studio in the ATL where he's so many people have jobs and he's putting them to work and keeping them employed during this time. So kudos to him. Kudos to him. So Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry, they have their own different styles. I really don't have a preference. I don't think for one of them. Although I think Lee Daniels' writing is probably better than Tyler Perry's. But as far as the production goes, I don't know. I think it might be a toss up right there. So I really don't know. So I can't really speak on that one. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep that one to myself. Okay, and so good luck. Just make sure you guys tune in back with Amber to come back on. But so let's go in other news today. The NAACP, the NAACP convention comes up, and presidents and vice presidents are always normally invited to attend. Well, in 116 years, a president or a vice president will not be invited to the NAACP convention. Thank you. Great job, good deal. We don't want them there anyway. Don't want to see that divisive, racist, narcissistic, stupid, and I mean stupid, idiot man that sits in the Oval Office. No one wants to see him or hear him. This man is so little and so petty and pathetic. Petty and pathetic. Anyone who follows him, supports him, you are worse than he is, if that's even possible. I don't know how it's possible, but okay. So anyway, on Monday, there was this Republican who shot and killed, uh, a Democratic congresswoman and her husband, and then attempted to kill another representative and the wife on Monday. And at first, when the news was first pouring out, they were saying, "Oh, this is a Democrat. He's doing this, doing that, and so on." And so, no, this is a Republican that everything that Donald Trump did from he was all on board for with the abortion restricting abortion. He didn't like LGBT plus. He had a problem with everything. But the kicker is that what I find really amusing. This is why a certain race of people think that they can hide in plain sight. To a certain degree, he did. He got this black SUV that we know, police drive around in, sometimes thinking that they're unmarked, but we really know better. But they drive around in. So he I guess he had got himself a fake police badge or some kind of fake credentials, and had to walk around with a flap jacket on, getting in places that he had no business being in. And he ended up killing two people and ended and wounding another couple. Now, Donald Trump was asked today, was he going to give Governor Walz a call? Now, if you guys don't remember, Governor Tim Walz ran on the ticket with former Vice President Kamala Harris, and so he says, I don't say need to call. Why would I call him? He said he's not a smart guy. He's not this. He's went on and on. He can never. This is why he's such a pathetic bastard. He can never remove himself, his personal feelings from any equation, just to be decent. Just to say, you know what, you're supposed to be the president. So let's all be clear. He's the Republican president, and any Republican that supports him, he's their president. He has nothing for the independents. He has nothing for the Democrats. Nothing, nothing. And in turn, we have nothing for you, Donald J. Trump. Even the Army military parade that was held on your birthday, ugh, that was a horrific flop. Everybody around the world saw it. Kudos. And the military men didn't even pay you an ounce of attention. Some saluted, some did not. And so I found that I found that amazing, that they didn't salute. That was funny to me. Uh, but anyway, you know what? You can't even put your own shit aside, your own attitude, your own personality. I mean, here's the thing: he hates the Democrats. Let's just be clear. He hates the Democrats. He doesn't he has doesn't have very much for the others either. The independents, he didn't have much for them either. But these here are two families that their lives have been devastated by the loss of loved ones, and you can't even muster enough decency to put in a phone call to Governor Walls. And anyone who thinks that that's leadership quality, you are out of your effing mind. That man is the epitome of trash. Donald Trump is the epitome of trash. And let me be even clear. He embodies what so many of us call white trash. That's what he is. That's what he is. He just happens to have money. What bugs me the most about certain people, so many people with money, they think that it automatically makes them intelligent, and if they automatically garner respect. If when you go people when you look at people like Donald Trump and Elon Musk and Snoop Dogg and that other fool, cool, what's that other idiot, um that other rap, I can't think of that fool's name, but you all know who I'm talking about. Just because you have money and notoriety, you seem to think that intellect goes along with that. And I have never seen a number of people, such a number of people that have money and are just fools, just big old fat dumb fools, being black, white, brown, whatever. Because then you have so many Hispanics that voted for Trump. How do you vote against your own interests? You know why? Because you're a fool. That's how you did it, because you're a fool. There's no other rhyme or reason or way to say it. You're just a fool. And so right now in our country, we have fools. Christy Nome, her, she was so-called taken to the hospital today, some allergy or whatever. Okay, whatever. Bondi, all of these subpar people that have positions that have these high paying positions that are just stupid people. That's what it is. Just stupid people. That's the best I can give you all. Okay. But just to tell you, our amazing guest is going to come back with us on Monday, so make sure you tune in. Okay. Who else I want to just hit up on before I get out of here this evening? Okay, well, there y'all go. I'm not gonna hold you all any longer. We're usually here till like 7:30, but because I had to cut short with my guests because for some reason the connection was acting crazy. I don't know if it's because of the heat and all the other stuff that's running and how I don't know, but I hear her in and out, but she'll be back on Monday so we can get that conversation in. You guys have a wonderful rest of the week. Let me tell you why I'm getting out of here too, because it is 90 effing degrees, right? 90 plus degrees right about now. And I have the air going, but you know what? When you're around all this technology and computer and stuff, it just puts off heat. And I got to get out of the studio. I'm hot. So I'm going to get out of the studio and you guys enjoy the rest of the week. I'm going to come on and do a couple of lives or send some. Make sure you follow me on social media. Love you guys. Make sure you go and check out lbmedia.com. We got the products page is coming together. So that should be by the end of the week. So you guys can check out all the cool stuff we have for something to talk about, Elle Unfiltered, and just some other stuff that you might want to get for yourself during these hot summer months. We love you guys. I love you guys. Thank you guys on ANO. Make sure when you guys, if I know you guys can't catch us on Monday on ANO, but you guys can always go and check out the live and go back and check it out and get up to date on what we're discussing during our talk with our days with Dr. Fight, Brianna, and myself. In the meantime and in between time, I love you. See miracles in life every day. Even when you don't want to, just give us. It will go a long way making you feel better and probably making someone else feel better. Peace out. I love you guys.